All right, what's going on? Appreciate y'all tuning back into the channel. Hope y'all had a good week so far. So anyways, today I was wanting to show y'all what I set up or how I set up my rigs to catch skipjack. This is a good time of year to start thinking about that. I know that's why I'm doing this. I'm going to go try to catch some skipjack this weekend, do a little bit of catfishing. The gizzard shad, they're starting to bust up. You know, they're not schooling up anymore because of water temps, so time to start chasing them. It's not real difficult setup. It's actually pretty easy. Main thing is just getting out there and doing it. But anyways, biggest thing I use right here is Sabiki rigs. Hopefully y'all can see that. What it is these Sabiki rigs, I think they come in about 10-foot sections. When I am using a rod and reel, like I'm about to show y'all, I just cut these things actually in half and it makes 2 rigs. These things right here, it's got a 29-pound main line and 20-pound branch. Branch is, see if I can show you this. The branch line's actually what goes from the main line down to the little jig head almost. So anyway, it's going to show y'all how I set that up. I think you're going to find this useful if this is what you're catching. I know it took me a year or two to figure out this exact setup, and it seems to work. So anyway, stick around. We're going to do it. All right, so one of the most important things with your Sabiki rig setup for chasing skipjack is going to be the rod and reel you use. I always use these spinning reels. They're not nothing real expensive. This is just a loose setup. I don't think it's about a $60 or $70 rod and reel combo from Walmart. Not nothing real expensive. Main thing is a bigger reel size, not really ultralight like what you'd use for catching crappie or little panfish, because you know you liable to catch 2 or 3 skipjack at a time, but something just a little bit bigger, that way you can hold a little bit more line, because you're going to break off, blow these dams, stuff like that, it's going to happen. But anyways, you want a good rod and reel setup. Main thing is too, you want something that's pretty stiff, because once them skipjack bite, you want to be able to horse them in. If you try to slow roll them in, they're going to end up getting off. I don't know why, they just do. But anyways, when you do get a bite on skipjack, just horse that thing in, and a good stiff rod is key to that. So anyways, there's your rod and reel. I don't know how long this thing is exactly, but let's see here. It's probably about 6'6". Good long stiff rod right there for when you're catching them. Again, I told y'all a little bit about the Sabiki rig setup, and something else I like to use braid on these. This right here, this is actually a 14-pound green braid. Again, the green's just where I can see it. I've used monofilament. I've used dark green braid before. I got that on some rods, but I figured out, hey, I can't see that, so I'm starting to go to this bright green. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get this rod and reel, get some of this 14-pound braid on it, and I'll show y'all how I set the rest of it up after that. All right, so I got my braid, my 14-pound braid. I got it on my reel right here. You can see that. Got a pretty good bit on it. That thing will hold a lot. That stuff's so small diameter. So anyways, got that on there. When I get through, I'm gonna go ahead and give that thing a few squirts of oil. That way, keep it good and greased up for the spring. Now, mind you this, I want to tell you, this is not the only skipjack rod I got. I got this one that I'll usually cast, and I got a couple more that I'll just kind of throw out and let drift behind the boat. I'll show y'all real quick what I do with them. But anyway, same setup. I'll just put one of these big popper floats on it. That way it'll kind of hold it up off the bottom. Anyways, that's a whole nother thing though, but it just makes it where you can have more lines out at once. And anyways, about to go ahead and tie my Sabiki rig on here. Again, this is what I use. Just cut that thing in half, because if you try to leave all of this on there and cast it, it's going to be about 10 foot long. It's going to be difficult casting. You're just going to be getting hung up. And You know, you can make 2 rigs out of if you do it this way. So anyways, you sitting there, you looking at them, you're thinking, man, I'm not going to be able to cast that out, you know, because them jig heads, it ain't like they got lead on them, so they're not real heavy. So instead of putting a weight or an egg weight, something on the back, well, that hook's sharp right there, it got me. I just put an old spoon on it. That's like a 7/8 ounce spoon, okay? I've tried the silver. I've tried a whole bunch of different ones. I've tried the ones that look just like minnows, and I have more luck out of these white spoons right here, white lead spoons, than anything. I don't know why. It's like them Skipjack. They really, I guess they like the color of them. I don't know. They do bite these white Sabiki rigs better too. So anyways, put that on the end. That way it gives it some weight to cast. And also, when you cut that thing in half, make sure that you leave enough line between that sabiki and the end of it. That way you can tie on to that swivel right there. And you always want to use a swivel. Some of the cheaper spoons, they won't have swivels on them, but use that swivel because that thing's just sitting there spinning in the water, and otherwise it's going to get your line all tangled up, and you're going to have bird nest in it the whole way down your rod. But anyways, again, white spoon, 7/8 ounce. It gets it down. You know, that current's going to be moving so fast right in the tail race of that dam. You know, if you go with like a 1/2 ounce spoon or something like that, what I found, now I don't know where you're at, but what I found, it's not enough weight to get it down below the top of that water. So anyways, bigger the spoon, the better for us here in North Alabama on the Tennessee River. But anyways, so that's that end. That's the end that, sorry, I'm trying to hold this camera and do this. That's the end that keeps it down the water. And on the other end, I'll just put a little, again, another little swivel right there. Hopefully y'all can see that. Another little swivel, that way it's not getting a bunch of knots and everything. So anyways, now I'm just going to tie this onto the rod and reel, set up, and show you what it looks like. Get it tied on, I'll be right back. All right, so I got my Sabiki rig tied onto my braid that I got put on my fishing rod. And I want to show y'all exactly what this setup looks like. I got it laying on a a ping pong table. That way you can see exactly what it is, and hopefully it'll make a bit more sense. All right, here we go. Going to turn this thing around for you. All right, so you can see I got my rod and reel set up right here. Got my braid on all the way through. Got the 14-pound braid. I got my braid tied onto a swivel, and then just goes to that Sabiki rig, right? Then down here at the end, got that 7/8 ounce white spoon with the red head on it. And that's all it is. That is all it is. So I got that set up. Going to go start chasing them skipjack. See if that color will adjust on real quick. Going to go start chasing them skipjack below these dams, and hopefully get on some, start catching some more catfish. But anyways, you can do it like that. I've seen people do it with curly tail rubber jigs. I've never had that, had luck with that. I've tied a bunch of drop loop leaders and had them set up, and I don't know, this just right here just seems to work a little bit better for me in the area I'm in. But hey, you got to figure out what works, whatever you got to do to get that bait. But anyways, I want to show you a little bit what I got going on with the boat now. All right, so the latest progress on the boat is I'm putting this rubber flooring in here. I'm just, it's just some sheets that came from Lowe's. I think it's like 25 bucks a piece. I bought 6 of them. I'm just cutting it out around the seat bases. Actually, I got a guy on here on YouTube. A gentleman told me, said, hey, put some rubber mat down right there. Then you ain't got to worry about it messing your carpet up. So that's what I'm doing. I like 2 more sheets right here. I'm getting to the part where I really going to have to do some detailed cutting. So that'll be a little bit slower. My wife, she got some stain right here she found on the internet. She ordered it for me. hopefully, I don't know, it had good reviews. We're going to try staining that way get it back gray. Got my top on, maybe y'all can see this. Pretty excited about that. I'm going to end up getting some, I'm going to get some side curtains made for this winter. But that'll be nice. I'll need that for when that sun starts getting real hot during the middle of the day. Let's see here what else. Oh, I carried it out on its maiden voyage last weekend. Carried it down here Smith Lake. I think I went like 48 miles. Ran it pretty well all day. Carried the wife and kids out. Everybody liked it. You can see I got the other motor off. Everything did good. Tickled with it. Not a drop of water was in the boat when I pulled the plug out afterwards. So anyways, got all the seats out. Seats here in it, they're not no good. I'm going to order some millenniums. I got some green millenniums that I use on my little boat up there, but they're not going to match too good. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get some gray ones ordered at some point. You know, this thing, if you just order, I'm telling you, you grow broke doing this. But anyways, you can see I got my trolling motor mounted. This box right here, it's actually going to go, it's going to go under the dash right here. I'm going to put it under there. That way it'll be just for the graphs. Got my plug on for my trolling motor. It actually turned out pretty good. You see the wires come out, go down in, and pull that glove box out. It's not screwed in good right now. But anyways, go in, it connects. Then it's going to go over here to where my 12 volt lithium batteries are going to go. So anyways, got that. Got the little brace on for the trolling motor. It turned out pretty good. See here, what else? Oh, I had to buy these right here, these Bimini top mounts. The ones that were on it, the old cast aluminum ones from Lund, they were all busted up. So ordered them stainless ones, got them on. Okay, let's see here. One more thing. Ordered some aluminum plate right here. This is actually 8 inches wide, 24-inch long pieces, ½ inch thick. We'll make some mounts. That way I can put my multi-bars, mount them on there. This stuff, it's aluminum right here. It's just not real thick, and I don't want to have to worry about it not being rigid enough. So ended up having to order that from McMaster-Carr off the internet. It wasn't cheap. Aluminum has went up like everything else. I think each one of them 2-foot pieces cost me like 106 bucks. So it ended up being about 120 bucks a piece time it shipped. But I'm gonna get them mounted, get some of this stuff worked on in here today, and just keep plugging along. And hopefully in another week or two, I keep saying that, I'll be out fishing in it. But again, I know I've told y'all before, I'd rather have it exactly right before I carry it out, because I know if I don't do it now, it won't never get done. I'll just be using the boat. But anyways, hopefully do some good catfishing this weekend. And if everything goes good, the mounts are working out, I'm going to start pulling everything off the little boat, putting it on here. Get that boat ready to sell. Hopefully somebody will want it. Seems to be a pretty desirable little boat. Everybody likes some little semi-V flat bottoms, so especially with that 50 horse Mercury on it. But anyways, we're just plugging along. And hey, again, I want to tell y'all, I appreciate y'all watching, subscribing to these videos. It's I enjoy making them. I enjoy y'all watching them too. I appreciate y'all subscribing. We're gonna keep doing it. But anyways, y'all have a good week. Have a good weekend, and y'all get out there and do a little bit of catfishing. Again, appreciate y'all watching.